Hi, welcome back in the days. Missionary Sonia Boris. I'm here today. Remember last week we did the season of the Jamaican oxtail. A lot of people love Jamaican oxtail, cooking of Jamaican oxtail, but they don't know how to cook it. Remember I showed you how to cook, how to season it. Remember I seasoned roughly 3 pounds of oxtail. I put my scallion, my garlic, my onion, my pimento, my ginger, and such like in there. You know it's in the comment in season oxtail. So what we did, remember, we made the oxtail, we seasoned the oxtail, and what I did with it, I put it in the container for it to marinate, right? For us to have that juicy, nice taste. What we did, we marinate it, we put it down to sit. If you put it down to sit, maybe 2 days, 3 days, leave to how you get it. It can cook immediately when you season it, but remember, when you season it and put it to sit, all that season and that spice, it just go in the bone. So today I am cooking it, right? Remember, we season, so we'll be cooking it. And your pot is very important that you cook your meat in, all right? So here am I. This is my pot that I'll be cooking my Jamaican style oxtail in, right? My pot is clean. So here it goes. And remember, I'm doing not only cooking, but I am doing healthy cooking. And oxtail carries fat, carries a lot of fat. And remember, I cut it and I tell you that there's some of the fat that is good fat, right? So we cut the extra fat, so I'll be cooking my oxtail now. And remember, I told you many weeks ago that I do not like to hot my pot when I'm cooking. I just put my meat in there, put it down, and let it just steam. The height of the fire is not where you cook your food. You put it there and you turn your fire down and let that steam cooks your food. All right, so I'll be doing, there will be no oil in my pot because there is enough oil on the meat to cook the food. So what I'll do, here is a pot. Here's my oxtail. I pour everything in the pot. Everything I poured in the pot, right? There's no oil. I catch a little tip of water, just a little tip, just a little tip, and I pour it in here. I pour it in there. So that's it. And I'm going to be covering it. And I'll make the steam cook it, so the fire will be slow, turn down low, and I'll slowly cook it. Within every 10 minutes, I'll come and I'll rotate the meat from one direction. It's a star, we don't stir meat, we turn it up, right? So slowly it is cooking, I'll be turning it up, right? So here am I at this time. I'll be turning down the stove low. So that is it. Within the next 10 minutes, I'll take my spoon and I'll turn it over. So I'll walk you within it while I'm cooking. See you in a little while. Missionary Boris here again. Welcome back. It's around 10 minutes now since we had put on that oxtail. Remember, we are focusing on time, not much timing, but you know, we have to keep it going. We don't pour water on it. As we go along, we slowly cooked our meat, right? So as I told you, and you see, I did pour that meat in the pot without any oil, Oh, look at that, that's steam. So it's going on now. So it's about time for us to look at it, right? So I'm going to lift the pot a little just to show you the amount of water it is springing, right? You see that? You see the water that it is springing? Right, so what I'm doing, I'm just gonna move the meat around in the pot. Move it around slowly just to get it even. So when we cook, we make sure our meat is evenly cooked. And we cook it on a slow flame, right? So slowly, it is cooking. It is steaming, and all that season, that aroma is keeping down in the pot. If you pour too much water in there, it's just gonna, I really don't want that. We want to make sure that we are tasting all that seasoning that is in the meat. You look at that. So I just turn it around. We don't need any more water. It is springing its own water, right? So it's gonna be slowly cooking there. and then it's becoming tender as we go along. I'll see you again. Bye. Hello. Once again, I'm back. Remember, we are doing our oxtail today, and I just want you to see how I do my oxtail. Remember, we are not boiling the oxtail, we are cooking oxtail, right? And we are doing it intermissionally, slowly, making sure that everything is in the oxtail. So now I am going to show you what is taking place in my pot now, right? With another course of water, all right? Remember, whenever time you open your pot, by chance something might be there. So what we do not put our pot cover, we make sure that we turn it up like that, right? So here is your oxtail. What's going on in this pot? You can see, good, right. You see it coming together, taking color. You can see that, yeah. Slowly we are cooking the oxtail. So now it needs another portion of water, because we don't want to put the water, remember, we don't just pour water and put it down to cook. We slowly, as if you are roasting a piece of meat, right? Anybody there know how to roast a piece of meat? And this is the oxtail, right? So here am I going to pour just a small portion of water. I can say maybe this is an 8 ounce of water, and I'm going to pour it in the pot. And I pour it all over. Get my oxtail coming together. And I'm just going to stir it up a little again. Here you are. Remember, I pour everything in this. And it is coming on, right? You can almost smell it, and it's almost ready. Yeah. Remember one time I told you when I was seasoning the oxtail, I told you that we have cow tail, which is the one that carries the skin, and this is oxtail. This is the one that is being trained from all skin, right? See you soon. Thank you. Hi. Missionary Sonia Boris, Gospel Deliverance Ministries here once again. Oh yes, I'm cooking one of you people's favorite food, Jamaican oxtail. Back in the days we know how this thing goes. And today surely I take great pleasure just to show you how to cook it, right? How to cook it. So remember I told you we do not put pure water in our meat when we cook it. We slowly add, we allow the meat to steam itself. So now I'm here and our oxtail is finished cooking, right? Remember, I seasoned, I put to marinate, and now it's right. My finishing touch is with some, remember, I periodically turn the meat, turn it over. So look at it. This is a finishing touch of my oxtail, right? It almost takes me 3 hours to cook. I make sure the stove is turned down. I do what I have to do. I periodically turn it over. So a lot of people cooks oxtail with all different ways, but here is how I'm gonna do mine. I finish mine. In my finishing touch, I put some broad bean, I put few spinners, and I put a piece of carrot in it, right? To make it up. Sorry I didn't show you how I put it in there, but it's just as simple as going down. So this is my oxtail today, right? This is my oxtail. It is cooked. How do I know the meat is tender? You see that? My oxtail is tender. Anybody know spinners? Yes, just a little piece of the dumpling that I make. And these are the broad beans. So this is my oxtail today. So, Missionary Boris, do you brown stew? Some people said glazed oxtail, Jamaican style. I didn't put any oil. No oil. When you cook your food, marinate it, you tasted it to see if you need some more seasoning to go on it. Remember, I didn't put any salt on my food. These are my little spinners. You look. Anybody remember spinners? We call them spinners, yes. So my oxtail is finished. Missionary Boris cooked her oxtail, and it is good cook. Not with a lot of water. See that? Yeah. So, what am I going to eat with my oxtail today? Some yellow yam, some rice and peas, and maybe some, oh, I had soursop juice with it. Thank you. Tell me about your oxtail. My one is nice. And here's my spinners. Bye-bye.